In the previous video, we have discussed about the basic structures of alimentary canal, that is the flow chart of alimentary canal. So from today onwards, we are starting with each and every segment or each and every part of the alimentary canal. So let us discuss the first part, that is the anterior opening. If you remember, we have two openings in alimentary canal. First opening is the anterior opening, which we call it as mouth. Second opening is what we call it as the posterior opening, and it is the anal opening or anus. So today we will discuss about the mouth parts of alimentary canal. So mouth parts of alimentary canal consist of varieties of structures. So mouth parts includes teeth, it includes the palate, it also includes tongue. Mouth also contains one of the most important gland, that is what we call it as salivary gland. So these are the four major parts of the mouth, that is the anterior opening of alimentary canal. Teeth, palate, tongue as well as salivary gland. Today our major emphasis discussion would be based on teeth as well as palate. Tongue we will see in the later on part, and separate segments will be made for all the glands of the alimentary canal, that will include the salivary gland, liver as well as pancreas. So let us discuss about the palate, or before that we will discuss few points about the mouth. Mouth, as we all know, it is the first opening, that is the anterior most opening of alimentary canal. So it is the anterior opening of alimentary canal. Mouth is guarded by the two lips, the upper lip as well as the lower lip. So mouth is guarded by two lips. Two lips include the upper lip as well as the lower lip. So two lips, that is the upper lip and the lower lip. Apart from the upper as well as lower lip, there are two bones also, that is the upper bone as well as the lower bone. The upper bone is what we call it as the maxillary bone, and the lower bone is what we call it as the mandible. The mandible bone. These two bones are also called as the jaw bones. These two bones are also called as jaw bones. So jaw bones are of two types. The upper jaw bone is what we call it as the maxillary bone, and the lower jaw bone is what we call it as the mandible bone. So far what we have discussed, the mouth is the anterior most opening of the alimentary canal, guarded by the two lips, that is the upper as well as the lower lips. Two bones, that is the jaw bone. Upper jaw bone is what we call it as the maxillary bone. Lower jaw bone is what we call it as the mandible jaw bone. That is upper jaw bone and the lower jaw bone. Now let us discuss about the palate. Before discussing about the palate, let us have a quick sketch of the uppermost part of the alimentary canal, that is the mouth parts. So here we can draw like this. Okay, so this is our mouth part, that is the anterior most opening of the alimentary canal. Here the tongue is located, and this is the lower most, that is the tubular part of the alimentary canal. Here the nose, that is the nasal chambers are located. So let us label it as nasal chamber. Okay, now where this palate is actually located? Palate is located on the roof of buccal cavity. Now what is this buccal cavity? Let us discuss first. This anterior opening is what we call it as mouth. Mouth leads to an open cavity. This is what we call it as buccal cavity or oral cavity. So mouth leads to buccal cavity, and the buccal cavity is also called as oral cavity. Clear? So mouth leads to an opening. This is the opening where the mouth or the anterior part is located. This leads to a cavity which we call it as the buccal cavity or the oral cavity. On the roof of the buccal cavity, that means on the upper side, the palates are located. So what is the location of palate? on the roof of buccal cavity the pellets are located. Two types of pellets we have, that is the hard pellet as well as soft pellet. So now let us discuss about the pellet. Okay, so pellets are of two types, hard pellet and soft pellet. Hard pellet as well as soft pellet. Now if you want to experience where these pellets are located, then what exercise you all have to do is just you have to lift your tongue up. When you lift your tongue up and you move your this tongue in the upper mouth, that is in this part of the alimentary canal or the buccal cavity, you will find the anterior portion. That means this portion is not soft, this portion is hard because it is made up of bones. So this hard pellet is made up of bones, mainly two bones. Which two bones? That is the maxillary bone, that is the upper jaw bone. The second bone is the palatine bone. The second bone is palatine bone. Clear? So hard pellet is made up of bones because it is hard. Maxillary bone as well as palatine bone. Now when you roll back your tongue, in the posterior most part of the buccal cavity you will find some soft substance or some soft structure. This is what we call it as soft palate. Why it appears soft? Because there are no bones within the soft palate. So it is made up of cartilage. Now what is the meaning of cartilage? Cartilage are soft bones of our body. So what are cartilage? Cartilage are soft bones of body. That means we can move this cartilage but we cannot move our bones. For example, cartilage are present in this nose region, in the ear regions we can move or we can bend this externally, and that means the cartilages are present. So hard palate is made up of two bones, that is a maxillary bone as well as palatine bone. Soft palate is made up of cartilage and soft bones of the body. What are cartilage? They are the soft bones of our body. Hard palate is also called as the anterior palate. Why it is called as the anterior palate? Because it is located in the anterior most part of the buccal or the oral cavity. So soft palate is called as posterior part of buccal cavity, or it is located on the posterior most part of the buccal cavity. So it is called as the soft palates. Now when you lift your tongue up within this region, that means in the anterior most region, you will find that the region is not continuous or the region is not soft. The region is hard. So anterior palate has hard surface. That means the surface is not soft. It is not smooth. It is hard. This surface has ridges. These ridges are called as palatine ridges. These ridges are called as palatine ridges, and the main function of these palatine ridges is to provide grip to what? To the food particles, so that food can be easily swallowed to the tubular parts of alimentary canal, that is esophagus. So anterior palate, that is the hard palate, has a hard surface. These surface has ridges. The ridges are what we call it as palatine ridges, and the function of palatine ridge is to provide grip to the food, and the function of these palatine ridges is to provide grip to the food so that food can be easily passed on to the tubular parts of alimentary canal, that is what we call it as pharynx. So this includes your palate part. Now let us discuss about the teeth parts of this mouth or the buccal cavity. Now there are divisions which are made in the buccal cavity or the mouth cavity regarding this teeth. That means two types of divisions are there. The first division is based on the number of sets of teeth that a given organism receives in a given lifespan. So first classification is based on sets of teeth that an organism has or that an organism received during its lifespan. Clear? They are divided into three. monophyodont, diphyodont as well as polyphyodont. Now let us discuss each and every terminologies because terminologies are very important in bio. So they are divided into monophyodont. Monophyodont. Mono means single. So those organisms which receive single set of teeth in their entire lifespan is what we call it as monophyodont teeth. So the organism receives or organism has single set of teeth in their entire lifespan is what we call it as monophyodont. And the example includes whales and certain ant eaters. Clear? Whales as well as certain ant eaters. Now the next classification, which is again on the basis of the sets of teeth that an organism receives or that an organism has, is this is mono, then the second would be di. So diphyodont. Di means two, phyodont means related to the dentition, that is the teeth part. So diphyodont means organism which has two sets of teeth in the entire lifespan. So these organisms or individuals has two sets of teeth in the entire lifespan. Clear? Now let us discuss about the third category. Then we will have a discussion, detailed discussion on the diphyodont type of teeth which is present in human beings. Example of diphyodont includes, the best example is human beings. So example includes human being, that is man, apes and monkeys are the best example of diphyodont type of arrangement. Now the third classification is if they are the organisms having many sets of teeth in the entire lifespan, then it is called as polyphyodont. So polyphyodont. Poly means many. So organism has many sets of teeth in their entire lifespan. That means as the teeth erode or as the teeth fall down, the new teeth starts to develop. The best example includes fishes as well as amphibians. Fishes and amphibians. Clear? So the first classification of teeth is done on the basis of the sets of teeth that an organism has or that an organism receives during the entire lifespan. Monophyodont, single set of teeth. Diphyodont, two sets of teeth. Polyphyodont, many sets of teeth. Examples are very important for competitive exams to remember. Clear? Now let us discuss about the diphyodont arrangement of teeth. So what is diphyodont? Diphyodont means two sets of teeth in the entire lifespan of an organism. Clear? So what are those two sets of teeth? The first set of teeth is called as temporary teeth or milk teeth. Clear? So diphyodont. Diphyodont includes first temporary teeth. This temporary teeth is also called as milk teeth. Clear? Then the second set of teeth is what we call it as permanent teeth. And temporary teeth is also called as milk teeth, and the third name of the temporary teeth is what we call it as deciduous teeth or deciduous teeth. Clear? So first set of teeth is what we call it as temporary teeth, milk teeth or deciduous teeth. The second set of teeth is called as permanent teeth. The total number of permanent teeth is 32 and the total number of deciduous teeth is 20. Clear? This is what I am talking about, both upper as well as lower jaw. Now we will have to discuss about the dental formula also, but before going into the details of dental formula, let us discuss about the temporary teeth. The temporary teeth, that is what we call as milk teeth, they get replaced by the permanent teeth at an age of 6 to 12 years. So at an age of 6 to 12 years, temporary teeth or milk teeth are replaced by permanent teeth. Clear? So at an age of 6 to 12 years, the milk teeth are replaced by permanent teeth, and later on no more further development of teeth take place. This is why we call it as the permanent teeth. So two sets of teeth in the entire lifespan: temporary teeth, milk teeth or deciduous teeth, which are 20 in number. Permanent teeth are 32 in number. Remember, I am talking about both the jaws, upper as well as lower jaw. At an age of 6 to 12 years, the milk teeth are replaced by permanent teeth. Now, there is one formula which we call it as dental formula. Before going into the details of dental formula, let us discuss one more classification of teeth. So, the second classification of teeth is based on its structure or its type. Clear? The second classification, that is the second classification based on types of teeth, based on shape or types of teeth. Again, two subdivisions: homodont, heterodont. So A is homodont. Homo means same, don't means related to dentition, that is the teeth study. So homodont means same type of teeth in the organism is what we call it as homodont arrangement. Example of homodont includes amphibians as well as fishes are the best example of homodont arrangement. Second arrangement is same. There can be different types of teeth also. So different, what word we will use? Here it is homodont, we will use the word heterodont. So hetero means different, dont is related to the dent or the dentition. So different types of teeth in the lifespan of an organism. Again, the best example includes human beings. Now, if we are saying that the human beings are the best example of heterodont, we also have to discuss which different types of teeth do human beings have or do we have. So we have total 4 types of teeth. 4 types of teeth, that is heterodont classification here I am doing. The first is incisors. Second is canine. Third is premolar. Fourth is molar. Clear? So incisors, canine, premolar as well as molar. Now incisors is represented by I, canine by C, premolar by PM, and molar is represented by letter M. Now let us discuss about the incisors, canine, premolars as well as molars also. So incisors, let us discuss here about the incisors. These are the front teeth which are located in the anterior most part of the buccal cavity. Clear? And they are very well developed in rats as well as rabbits. Very well developed in rats and rabbits. You might have observed rats and rabbits. They are always or they are continuously involved in the job of cutting the things, mainly the wires. So sir, incisors are also called as cutting teeth. They are also called as cutting teeth. Why? Because they are prominently developed in the animals like rats as well as rabbit, which are always involved in cutting wires and other things. So they are very well developed. The second is canine. Canine, they are the cutting teeth. About incisors, they are tearing teeth, used to tear. They are called as tearing teeth, and they are mostly developed or they are prominently present in carnivorous animals. So they are developed in carnivores. Now what about these premolars and molars? Premolar and molar. Both of them are involved in grinding. both of them are involved in grinding of the particles. Clear? So they are also called as grinding teeth. And these premolars, the shape and size is very big. Generally they have 2 to 4 layers of cusp around the teeth. They have 2 to 4 layers of cusp. It is also called as crown around teeth. It is the specialty of these premolars. They have cusp or crown. What is this crown? We will discuss later on when we will study about the structure of individual tooth later on. So 4 types of teeth we have: incisors, canine, premolar, molar. Front teeth very well developed in rats as well as rabbits. Canine tearing teeth very well developed in the carnivores. The premolar and molar are grinding teeth, mainly used to grind the materials. They have the specialty of this is 2 to 4 layers of cusp and crown around the teeth is there. Now let us discuss about the dental formula. Dental formula we have to discuss about both the sets of teeth. That is the temporary teeth or the milk teeth as well as the permanent set of teeth. Now what is this dental formula? Dental formula is nothing but it is the arrangement of teeth in upper as well as lower jaw of the buccal cavity. So dental formula is arrangement of teeth in upper and lower jaw of mouth or the buccal cavity. That means how these 4 teeth, that is incisors, canine, premolars and molars, how they are arranged, that is what we call it as dental formula. Now let us discuss dental formula for first milk teeth, that is the temporary teeth. The dental formula for temporary teeth is 2102 upon 2102. Now what is this 2102 upon 2102? This is for upper jaw and this is for lower jaw, and it is half, not full jaw we have included in the formula. That means 2 plus 2 4 plus 1 5 here and 5 here, that is total 10 in one jaw they are talking about. That is half upper jaw and half lower jaw. 2, this represent canine, 1 represent 2 represent incisors, 1 represent canine, 0 represent premolars. That means in case of milk teeth, that means in the milk teeth the premolars are absent. So they are premolars which are absent, and this 2 again resemble the molar teeth. Clear? 2 represent incisors, this is eye, this is canine, this is premolar, that means it is absent, this is molar. So let us have a diagram of this milk or the temporary teeth. Say if this is the upper jaw and this is the lower jaw, then on the right hand side this would be the 2 incisors, then 1 canine, then premolar are absent, then 2 molar teeth are present. That is, this right side of the upper jaw has 2 incisors, 1 canine, no premolar, 2 molars. Similar set of teeth would be present in this region also, that is the left part or the left region of the upper jaw. So 5 here, 5 here, total 10. Same structure of teeth will be present here, so total 10. So 10 plus 10, 20 teeth are present in the milk teeth, that is total number of teeth in milk is what we call it as. The milk teeth are 20 in number. So now let us discuss about the second set of teeth, which is permanent set of teeth. So permanent. What about the permanent set of teeth? The dental formula for permanent set, and that is also called it as the adult dental formula. Adult dental formula is 2123 upon 2123. Clear? Again, 2 represent incisors, 1 represent canine, These two represent premolar, these three represent molar. Two represent incisors, one canine, two premolar, three molars. Arrangement will be same like that of the milk teeth or the temporary teeth or the deciduous teeth. So total 3 plus 2 6 plus 3 plus 2 5 plus 2 7 plus 1 8. 8 in the upper half of the in the right side of the upper jaw, again in the right or left side of the lower jaw. So 16 plus 16 total 32. Clear? Because we have to consider about the upper full jaw and the lower full jaw that comprise of the 32 teeth. So this is what the heterodont teeth arrangement in human beings is. Now, for competitive exams, this reading part from NCERT is not going to help you out. For competitive exams, you have to apply your mind. How you have to apply your mind? Say for example, the question is asked that how many monophyodont teeth we have. Now 90 to 95% students will mark it as 0. Why? Because in the NCERT textbook it is given that human beings are having heterodont type of teeth arrangement. That's why we are discussing now incisors, canine, premolars as well as molars. We are not a monophyodont, but certain teeth in human beings are of monophyodont type. How monophyodont type? That is discussed. This is 2102 upon 2102. This is the dental formula for the milk teeth. 2123 upon 2123. This is the dental formula of adult, that is the permanent set of teeth. If you see, here it is 0, here it is 2. That means premolars are absent in milk teeth, but in case of adults, this is for children, and premolars certainly came in adults, that is in 2 in number in each jaw, total 4 in each jaw. So here it was 0 in case of milk teeth. Here it is permanent dental formula, the permanent teeth dental formula. 2 came here suddenly. That means it is of monophyodont arrangement. Clear? Because this premolar is exclusively present in the adulthood stage only. That's why. So the answer would be premolar, and you can count premolar on your own. Now one more thing. Molar are 2 in number in case of milk or the deciduous teeth. Here are 3. So one extra molar is monophyodont in human beings. One extra molar is monophyodont in case of human beings. This is what you have to remember for your competitive exams like NEET. And this extra teeth, which is the last molar teeth in case of human being, is what we call it as wisdom teeth. This is what we call it as wisdom tooth. This is the last molar which we call it as the wisdom tooth. In the age of 18 to 24 years, it erupts out in certain organisms or in most of the organisms, but in certain organisms or many a times this molar never erupt at all, and this is the last molar which we call it as wisdom teeth or tooth. So this is all about the arrangement of teeth in the buccal cavity or the oral cavity. In the next part we will discuss about the structure of tooth.